I'm Sam LeStourgeon with IBM, and I'm a Smarter Cities sales executive. You know, in this economy has forced cities to dig deeper and find new ways to save money. At the same time, technology is advanced to the point where it presents additional opportunities to save money. So when you combine those two things, a couple of areas I see that I get more involved with are what we call smart water and smart buildings. It really comes down to data. IBM has been around now for almost 101 years, and it's always been about data. So whether it's looking at a city's finances or water and buildings, again, it's about data. And the more you can know about your water and your buildings, the better decisions that you can make. And I can give you examples of cities, tell you how this works and give you examples of how cities have saved a lot of money. Yes, well, in fact, I was glad to see in the session this morning that the NLC President Ted Ellis brought this up, that cities need to spend a lot of money on the water infrastructure. There is in fact, there's a session this afternoon at 2 on finding financing for the water infrastructure. So the way this works at a high level is that think of water as your primary ingredient in your manufacturing plant. So if it's your primary ingredient, you want to know where this water is at all times. It's important. So for a municipal water in a city, you want to know where it is at its source, where it is, how much is in the reservoir, how much is in the river, and how much is there along every step of the way as it gets to the city and it's treated. Then how much is there as is delivered to the citizens and the businesses, and how much needs to be treated. So where it is along every step of the way and how the mechanics of that transport is affected so that you can maximize the use of your maintenance crews to deliver it the best quality water in the most efficient way. If we think of water as the primary ingredient in your manufacturing source, or in your manufacturing plant, I would start with Sonoma County. Sonoma County has several municipalities that share the water in the Russian River. And they've got an IBM solution that allows them to have a dashboard and see how much is in the Russian River and how much not only they are using, but how much the other municipalities are using. So now there's a level of trust between these municipalities, and they use only what's needed because they can see it all on the dashboard. If we move downstream, if you will, and look closer to the city, then I would say, in fact, Washington, D.C., right here where we are, would be a terrific example. Washington, D.C. has used an IBM solution to look closer at the delivery of their water. So the IBM system knows about all the plumbing, the age of the plumbing, the pipe, the pumps, the valves, where the men are in the field, the workers, the repairmen, the trucks, all the parts. And our system, in fact, I'll call it our analytics, the secret sauce that we have, knows all of this. How old are the pipes and the valves? Where are the repairmen, the trucks? Where are the parts? Where are the high priority calls, the low priority calls? And how can we route everything for maximum efficiency? And in DC, in fact, they were able to cut their truck fuel costs by 20%, save $1.8 million a year on labor, and they found another $3.8 million in what they called recaptured revenues, which is water meters that were inaccurately reporting. And our secret sauce, the analytics, found those meters. DC replaced them, and now they're collecting $3.8 million in more revenue than they had before. So who wouldn't want that? Another example would be Dubuque, Iowa, with smart water meters and a smart water meter infrastructure so that the citizens and the businesses can log on to their account, much like you might log on to your bank or credit card account, and see how much have I used month to date and how much have I used so far this month compared to last month or last year. As a result, their usage of water has decreased. They've been able to cut their use by 8%. And then if you go out now, again, on the thinking about it as a primary ingredient in your manufacturing plant, the sewers of all places. If you could put sensors in your sewers and have that connected back to a central site, now the analytics, the secret sauce, can look at all this, and there are gates in the sewers so that the analytics make the static sewer system dynamic. Much like we've got traffic control in our streets and they run better, if we had traffic control in our sewers, they'll run better as well. So in DC, in South Bend as an example, they spent $6 million on technology in their sewers, and as a direct result, canceled a $116 million underground storage tunnel. So spend 6, save 116. I can't promise everybody would get those results, but if you could spend 6 and save 24, would you be interested? Absolutely. Smarter buildings is again about having everything connected to some analytics so that you can know more about what's going on in your buildings. Many cities, your larger cities quite frankly, would have dozens of buildings and perhaps 1 million square feet or more where this solution is appropriate. And they have what's called building management systems that tell them what's going on in the buildings to alert them if a heating and air unit is failing or if there's an issue with water or lighting. And IBM has a solution that we can overlay these building management systems. In fact, we've got partnerships with many in this space, including Johnson Controls, Schneider Electric, Eaton, and others. And so when you overlay our solution over your current building management systems, and again you apply the secret sauce, the analytics, then we can tell things going on in the buildings that you wouldn't have known otherwise. I'll give you a couple of examples. Would be, internally we did this in Rochester, and there were some that were reluctant to start with our facility in Rochester because Rochester had spent the last decade trying to make their facilities more efficient. So if we applied this solution to Rochester, are we going to see any savings? Well, in fact, we did. We saw 8% savings the first year, and we're seeing more savings now in year 2. That's an IBM internal example. If you go to the client side, Tulane University would be a great example. We started with a pilot with them, and they were able to quickly save 35% of their utility costs because, again, it's the analytics, the secret sauce that found things that they wouldn't have otherwise known. And they were able to save 35% quickly, and now they're expanding this to go university-wide. You know, the first thing you can really do is let's chat. I've talked to many cities where this can apply. There are a few cities that might not make sense. So I would say whether you're talking to a peer or me, pick up the phone, call someone, let's chat, and we can find out quickly, is this worth more discussions or not? But certainly in this economy, with technology as pervasive as it is, there are new ways that you can apply technology to save money. So let's chat and find out if this could apply to you.